Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Marissa Summers, and today we're going to be talking about artificial insemination. I'm sure most of you have heard or seen the show John and Kate + 8. Before having 6 children at one time, they had 2 previous kids. Kate has a hormonal disorder called polycystic ovarian syndrome. This causes enlarged ovaries with small cysts on the edges. After having fertility issues, she went through treatment and had the success of 2 children. But 2 years later, she wanted just one more baby. Kate went to a new doctor and decided to go with artificial insemination. The treatments were successful, and when she went in for an ultrasound to see how the baby was coming along, they found 6 developing embryos. Although artificial insemination has controversial views, it provides the greatest good and gives couples the opportunity to conceive a child when natural measures are ineffective. So what is artificial insemination? It is a fertility treatment method of placing sperm directly into the cervix or uterus in hopes of increasing the chances of becoming pregnant. It is used when a woman's cervix is unfavorable for sperm to travel or when sperm isn't mobile enough. ICI, or intracervical insemination, is when the sperm is inserted right after donation into the cervix. IUI, or intrauterine insemination, is when the sperm is washed, prepared, and inserted in the uterus, which is closer to the fallopian tube where the egg will be fertilized. The sperm is washed or prepared to remove any proteins that can affect fertilization, and it will increase the concentration of the sperm. So just a little history on artificial insemination. It was first used primarily for the reproduction of farm animals. It was used to speed up food production and to have the best genetic makeup for offspring. The first documented artificial insemination was in London in the 1700s by John Hunter. He collected a fresh sample of semen in a warm syringe and injected the sample into a vagina, which was later documented as successful. So, one option is using the father's sperm for insemination. This can be beneficial to creating a family in many different ways. Males who want a child that have a low sperm count can benefit from using artificial insemination because it can increase the chance of fertilization. This is also helpful because the paternal familial history will be fully known, and certain disorders or diseases can be easily screened for. Insemination from the father will also allow them to be more family-oriented. When using the father's sperm, it can help the father feel more connected and emotionally involved compared to donor sperm. It can make the father feel involved even though the process of conceiving isn't completely natural. The baby will also share the father's DNA, while donor sperm will not. The father may also feel like he can't provide for his spouse when his sperm count is low, so when using his own sperm, he might feel more accomplished and significant. What are the benefits of artificial insemination? The pros of artificial insemination is it can help couples conceive a child when natural ways are not possible. It can bring the gift of life to a couple who wants to have a child. It is also beneficial to same-sex couples. Lesbians can become inseminated with donor sperm, and the baby will have a part of one of the parent's DNA. It can also be used for 2 males who want to have a child. They can donate their sperm and use a surrogate to carry the child. Surrogacy is a whole other dilemma, but artificial insemination can still be used in that situation. It can also be helpful for single women who want to have a child but do not want to conceive naturally. They can choose a sperm donor for artificial insemination. There are some factors that contribute to the success of artificial insemination. These include the woman's age, compliance with fertility drugs, and the fertility concern. A study was done by Oxford academic, which included 1,843 women. 1,163 of these women underwent intrauterine insemination, and after 6 cycles of treatment, the success rate or successful live birth rate was 40.5%. The other 680 women underwent intracervical insemination, and after 6 treatments had a success rate or a successful live birth rate of 37.9%. The intrauterine insemination has a higher concentration or higher success rate because of the more direct placement of the sperm and the washing of the sperm. Preparing and cleaning the sperm in a laboratory increases the concentration of sperm by 20 times. According to NBC News, in 2015, 68,000 babies were born using artificial insemination. So for our conclusion, although artificial insemination has controversial views, it provides the greatest good and gives couples the opportunity to conceive a child when natural measures are ineffective. Even though there are few disadvantages and ethical dilemmas with this procedure, the pros outweigh the cons. It produces the greater good in society because it gives everyone an equal chance of conceiving a child, including lesbians, single women, and individuals with fertility issues. Artificial insemination gave Kate the opportunity to conceive more children of her own when natural measures were an option. The procedure has brought thousands of healthy babies into the world for individuals who thought they could never conceive a child of their own. Thank you for watching and listening.